Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Judy's Daughter, the Jamie Good story. We're going to jump right in because I want to talk about something that was brought to my attention. I don't think everyone understands exactly what happened. I keep getting questions about, do they know who did it? Was someone arrested? Did they find her? Is she still alive? So I want to clarify a few things. The man who took my mother and disposed of her is still walking free. um, Whether he's been questioned properly by the police department, honestly, I have no idea. I do know they took him in many years ago in the beginning, and he was questioned. For some reason, I believe he was arrested and arraigned, but I'm not 100% because trying to get a copy of the case file from the investigators right now is really becoming to break my patience because this is my mother, and if y'all aren't going to do anything, I will, so I need a copy of her case. But no, he was never arrested. He has never gone to jail. He has never spent any time in jail, as far as I know. He still lives in Oakland. I'm just going to call him Ken. If you've followed this story enough, you know what his real name is. He lives across from the cemetery in Oakland, which is right between Grand Saline and Van off of 1255. His family lives in that area as well. And this man, you know, two things could have happened. So this is where we're at. Either the night that they met at the Bear Grounds, it was reported that my mother had fallen off the tailgate of a truck and bumped her head and was bleeding. I don't know the seriousness of it. If it was serious, you would think someone from the Bear Grounds would have called the police department, called an ambulance, took her to the hospital. Hospital's just across town. So I'm not sure the extent of those injuries. I do believe they said she either took her shirt, ripped it, or a grease wrap, something, and stopped the bleeding. But with that happening, it makes you wonder, when she was with him, could this scenario have happened? Could possibly, since she was seen leaving with him, he was the last person she was seen alive with. Did something happen and she died and he panicked and disposed of her? That's a thought. Or did he take advantage of her and rape and kill her and then dispose of her? That's the other thought. I'm really not sure which one happened, to be honest. I've had people talk about he cut her up and put her in multiple trash bags and buried her in multiple wells all across Van Zandt County. I've been told he buried her under his metal shop that was being built on his family's land. I was also told that he had buried her underneath a funeral that was happening that same weekend somewhere in Grand Saline at the cemetery or at the Oakland cemetery. Still not 100% sure if that's true. The police, they keep saying that they're checking these things and making sure that they're, weeding the bad leads with the real leads and, rumors and things like that. But to be honest, I haven't seen them do anything. I haven't seen them do nothing. Like, I don't see a crew out there really looking and trying to find my mother. And again, this just goes to show you, would they do it for their mother? For their wife's mother? For their sister? For their daughter? Does my mother not fucking matter? I'm sorry. I'm so irritated right now. I am a week away from the 35-year anniversary, and I am sick to my stomach to think I've gone 35 years without knowing anything about my mom or where she's at or what has happened. And I'm mad. Damn, I'm mad. I just want to show up at his door and be like, where is my mother? Just tell me. I don't care if you get arrested. I honestly don't give two shits about what happens to him. I just want to know where my mother is. Like, just tell me. Let me go find her, take her remains, and give her a proper burial that she deserves, that I deserve to have for my mother. Why can't you give me that? I know you're a criminal. You're a piece of shit. That's why. I'm sorry. I just I want you to put yourself in my shoes. I want you to stop and think. How would you process this? How would you handle this? I know there's no right way or wrong way, but the emotional, the stress, the overwhelming pain and sadness, and the hole that I have in my heart, you took my mother. Whether you killed her or you didn't, you disposed of her like she was trash. And I don't understand how that could possibly be right or okay. Just bring me my mother back. Just tell me where she's at. Give me closure. No human being should ever have to go through something like this. Ever. I'm just sick. I'm tired. The emotional exhaustion that I have, I feel like it's just draining me from my regular life. I feel like I think I'm punishing myself. I feel like I shouldn't be happy. I feel like I shouldn't be living and enjoying my life while my mom is just buried somewhere, God knows where. Like, where did he dispose of her? How? What kind of sick and twisted mind does that? If there's anybody that's out there listening and they can help me, you know, investigators, Texas Rangers, FBI, somebody help me, please, for the love of God, just help me bring my mother home. I can't explain. You know, I try to be professional and I have to keep a certain look to me or act a certain way because, you know, I own a small business and I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to represent my business and do what I'm supposed to. But when you're living with something like this every day, I usually don't let people in when I have these emotional moments. I'm usually in my room or in the shower when I cry about it. I'm usually try to be by myself, away from people, because I get, oh, you're so strong. I don't know how you do it. I don't. It's one day at a time, one moment at a time. Commercials, I can see commercials that break me. You know, people joke all the time. I see videos about it. You know, even people that are close to me, you know, they joke, hey, would you had a body for me? And I know they don't think about when they say it, but things like that kill me. It goes right through me because my mind goes right back to this that I deal with every day. And now that we're approaching the 35-year anniversary, a week from today, to be matters of fact, September 8th, My mother was taken on September 8th, 1990, and we're almost 35 years. Wow, 35 years. Have you ever sat in a room with no noise, just complete silence? I can't even do that. Do you know what that does to me? Sitting in a silent room makes my brain just go in waves, and I get thoughts. I start getting these feelings that come over me that make me think like him. Like, oh, how do I explain it? I'm not a harmful person. I don't like to inflict pain on people. I've had so much pain inflicted on me throughout my life. I know what it feels like. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not a bad person. I try my hardest to do things the proper way. I have a heart the size of Texas, and I think that's my problem, is because so much hurts me. When my own family hurts me, when a stranger it breaks. It, but for someone to think that being hateful, being rude, being despicable to a human being, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. I'm kind of all over the place today. I'm not a bad person. I don't think I deserve what I've gone through. And I don't know why my life, why I was chosen, why me? Why was it my mother that night? Why couldn't it have been, why could it have been nobody? Why couldn't he just gotten drunk, went home, and left everybody alone? Because he's not a nice man. I don't know. I'm sorry. Today's episode is really all over the place. It's just me jabbering away. But I would like to ask for anyone that can help me. Please help me. If you know any information, if you know the man that took my mother, if you're listening right now and you have any heart left inside of you and you know something, please, for the love of God, come forward. Just tell me what you know. Help me. Explain. I mean, email me coordinates. She's here. That's all I can give. Do it anonymously. I don't care. Just somebody come forward and help me, please. That's all I can hope for. That's why I'm doing this podcast. It's therapy for me to get this off of my chest. I'm sharing my mother's story with you. And I'm going to go in a lot more deeper next week. The next episode will be the anniversary episode that comes out. And I'll try to give you more of what happened. Who knows? I might even say his full name. I have to speak. I have to get this out. My mother deserves it. Why am I hiding his identity? Why am I protecting a man who took my mother and killed her and disposed of her like she was a piece of trash? I should not be protecting you. Again, this episode is going to be a little short today. Um, we're not doing all right now, but we're going to have another episode come out next week for the anniversary date, the 35-year anniversary of my mother's kidnapping. Judy Marie Foster was taken from Grand Saline, Texas, September 8th of 1990. I'm her daughter, Jamie. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for next week's episode. I might just throw it all out there for y'all. I'm tired of protecting a man who doesn't give two shits about anybody else but himself. So, I will release his name next week. You do with it as you please. I don't care anymore. If you're listening, please subscribe, download, follow along, Spotify, Amazon Music, all over the place. I have also created a GoFundMe. You can find this pinned at the top of the Judy's Daughter, the Jamie Good Story page on Facebook. The GoFundMe is to help me with a documentary series that I'm working on with a local film crew and a producer. This series will really give you more light and a more of a visual on what happened to her. So if you can help, just $1, $5. If all of my followers donated $5, you would get me so close to this. You would make me a very happy person. Telling my mother's story is all I live for right now. And I need your help. I'm asking if you could please help in any way. Local businesses, anything helps. All my supporters, those that want to help me bring justice for my mother, please, $5. If everybody donated $5, we'd get so far. I want to thank you for listening. And again, I'm Judy's daughter. Thank you.